Today I'm sharing with you guys the real reason why I lost weight. I know you're somewhere. Dice, you think they missed us? So I know that I've been missing for about 2 weeks. I recently started back with school. Online school at that. Your girl been busy. Your girl just ain't been laid up. No. So I just thought that because I be balancing online school, We Transform Fitness, and my YouTube channel, let me take a breather. Let me plan out everything. Let me figure out my schedule, which I did. And now I am back. I didn't forget about y'all. I did not forget about YouTube. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. So enough about me. Let's get into the video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, a little bit deep, and a little bit vulnerable. Today I'm sharing with you guys the real reason why I lost weight, or why I decided to lose weight. More importantly, I'm going to be sharing with you the prayer that absolutely changed my life. The prayer that made everything happen the way that it did. Let's start. I know everybody has their own personal reason for really wanting to start their personal weight loss journey or any kind of journey. Everybody has a personal reason, a personal drive. Some people just start because they have discipline. Some people start because they're in a certain position. Some people start because they have motivation. But for me, it was really hard to start. Or else I would have been on this healthy lifestyle. Before I started, I was a completely different person. I never really had time to myself to think, okay, Angie, this is where your life is right now. This is probably how your future is going to look if you continue these bad habits. And it really reflected in my weight gain. If I could sum it all up, the 3 main factors that contributed to my weight gain would be my lack of relationship with God, my unhealthy relationships and unhealthy environments I would place myself in, and my unhealthy habits. So really, if you're not feeling your best self or feeling like the best version of yourself, or like you're stagnant and not progressing, definitely those 3 factors go for anything, not just this topic. You need to check your relationship with God first. You need to check your relationships with other people, the environments that you're in constantly, and you need to check your unhealthy habits internally. Needless to say, I did not decide to start my weight loss journey because I felt like I needed to. I didn't go into my weight loss journey like, so motivated. I'm ready to start. I feel good. I'm ready for a change. My life is going so good right now. I'm awesome. I'm ready. It was actually the complete opposite. I started out of a place of brokenness, a place of desperation, a place of bitterness, feeling completely lost, hurt, and broken. I know, girl, it's deep. I know y'all probably confused, so let's bring it back. The year before I started, I honestly felt like my life was a complete burden. I was the complete opposite person of who I am today. I was super lazy, unmotivated, laid back with my relationships with people, which left room for me to be influenced negatively. Although I did make my own decisions, I know that they were negative decisions. It was like the light that I thought I had inside of me, it just diminished into nothing. The year before I started, I dealt with problem after problem, issue after issue. It felt like my whole life was going into a downward spiral, literally right before my eyes. And I would definitely turn to food, for sure. Eating food became my comfort. Whenever I would feel emotional, whenever I would feel mad, sad, happy, I would just eat all my sorrows away and be fine in the morning. I became uninterested with church, uninterested with social gatherings, just uninterested with just about everything and everyone. So the downward spiral, it carried so much things with it. It diminished my self-esteem, my self-worth, until the ending part of 2018. Remember that I started my journey in January 2019. I was in my room all by myself. I just remember looking at myself really in deep thought. I literally started crying, looking at myself in the mirror and crying. Don't pretend like y'all didn't do it. I know it's not only me, but I just became so desperate that I asked God, why can't I get a break? Why does life have to be like this? Why do I have to keep on repeating the same cycles over and over and over again? Mind you, at this time, everything wasn't sour yet. It's so crazy that no matter how far you stray away from him, once you call on him, he does answer. It's up to you if you're going to listen, but he does hear. I just felt in my spirit that it was time for me to honestly make a change. It was a new year. I can't go into it with the same old habits, with the same old mindset. I was ready to make every part of me internally, my environment, my habits, my relationships, I was ready to make everything healthy, renewed, new again, all of that good stuff. That very night, I prayed for two things specifically. This was my first time praying in I don't know how long. I prayed to God to reveal to me anything that I needed to see, anything that I was missing. Unfortunately, sometimes those things are right in front of our face and we do miss it. I also asked him to remove anything that was not of him, anything that was not from him, anything that would be hindering me from where I need to be. And boy, when God says, ask and it shall be given unto you, he's not playing. Don't ask things if you're not ready for them. I don't want y'all to think that I said this prayer and halo was over my head. No, I said the prayer like many of us do. We say our prayer, we go to church, we do customary things, do things when we feel like we need it. We ask God when we feel like we need him, and we continue to live the life that we wanted, riding on the grace of God. After I said that prayer, my habits didn't change. I was more convicted, but I didn't change. After I said that prayer and my actions didn't measure up, maybe a little better, but overall the same. After 3 or 4 days, everything I knew, everything I thought I knew, everything that I have grown to become comfortable with, it was gone. Just like that. It definitely takes God removing things, revealing things to you to actually grab your attention. You can't want to change and still stay the same. You get how that doesn't work? For me, it definitely took a situation that broke me down to pieces, but it was so necessary, and I'm so thankful for God's tough love. I couldn't see it properly then. I was mad. I was sad. I couldn't see what God was seeing from my life, what God wanted from my life. I couldn't see it through the situation that he was putting me through. But God knew that his plan would be way better than mine. His plan is always better than what we want for ourselves, what we think we want for ourselves. His plan is 1,000 times better. Sometimes we're too stubborn, so we have to get broken down to be humble and realize who we actually really need, who is the only person we need in our lives, which is him. Imagine this. January came, started eating healthy, and then one weekend, life is shattered, heart is shattered, everything shattered right when I started my journey. Did y'all think at that time I would want to eat less or more? When you're depressed, all you want to do is I lie. The decision was mine. Would I turn to unhealthy Angie, or do I keep going? Was it easy for me to decide the healthier choice? No. I wanted to cry and eat my pizza. But you know your girl was thinking about that flashback. You know when a situation hurts you and you just glow up? I was envisioning it. Give it a second. Although it took over a year. Still came through. But I decided I didn't want to live my life in sadness, and I didn't want to be even more unhealthier than I was, because that wasn't helping me at all. Although I prayed for those specific things, I didn't realize what I also would need. Plenty early mornings spent praying, trying not to cry. I had to ask him for strength. I had to ask him for his guidance. Most importantly, I began to ask him for his will to be done and not mine. I'm not gonna lie, I did ask him. I asked him. He said ask and he'd give it to me. So I did ask him politely to put back what he removed. Please, I promise. Different this time, I promise. And God just probably was looking at me like, that's not going to be discussed this morning. Certain things, certain environments, certain people, certain friendships, you outgrow them. Even within that year, I became a better person, but I did lose focus. Even the past couple months, I definitely did lose focus on God and his will. And there are always consequences for that. Sometimes I did turn back to the past. Decline it, boo. Decline the past. I would say it all stemmed because of my relationship with God. Me wanting a relationship with him, me wanting to change, him reaching out to me and showing me that I needed to change. And the situation, everything that he put me through allowed me to wanna go after the best version of myself. And that's the tea. Honestly, it took me going through a lot, and I still battle some things, but the point where I'm at right now in life is different. It took all of that to get my attention on the things that really needed to change within me, physically and internally. And unfortunately, I learned it the hard way. And he had to break me down to build me back up in him, to build me into the person that I was supposed to be and the person he is still molding me to be. Do I struggle still? Yes, ma'am, I do. But every morning when I wake up, I make the conscious decision to create healthy habits with my relationship with God first. And I know my fitness, my relationships, everything else will fall into place. All right, guys, that is the end of another video. It was so nerve-wracking to actually do this video. And I know you guys are probably like, oh, Wow, that was a lot. I definitely haven't been like this my whole life. Not even up until January, February, March, April, May. It was I decided to finally be serious about my relationship with God and what that stands for. Now I'm still being convicted with certain things. I'm not perfect, but it's all a process. We're all growing, progressing. I decided I no longer wanted to be a lukewarm Christian, a lukewarm person with anything. If I'm going to do anything, I'm going to give it my full heart. If I don't do it with the person that created me, how can I expect to do it with anything else? I'm so glad that you guys are gonna join me in this new chapter, this new journey of my life. If you guys like this video, go ahead, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. Let me know how y'all feeling. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notifications. If you don't remember anything from this video, always remember, when you find God, you find yourself. Bye!